There are rumors all over Twitter today that Justin Trudeau is going to resign. That would take a miracle greater than those in the Exodus, but nevertheless, let's see if it happened.
And before I wrap up, I would like to say a few words about last night's by-election. First, I want to thank all the volunteers and candidates for putting their name forward and participating in this important democratic exercise, including our tremendous Liberal candidate, Leslie Church, who ran a strong and positive campaign. I also want to congratulate Don Stewart on his victory in this tightly fought race. But most of all, I want to thank the people of Toronto St. Paul's for exercising your right to vote and making your voice heard. Now, this was obviously not the result we wanted, but I want to be clear that I hear people's concerns and frustrations.
Oh, he might hear our concerns and frustrations, but he's certainly not acting on them, because if he did, he would resign. Right now, the people's concerns and frustrations are this: Justin Trudeau is a terrible leader. He's a terrible leader that is right now crushing our country, that is dragging our country into an economic abyss, a moral devastating pit, and has turned us into a laughingstock all across the world. Everyone knows how radical this leader is. Everyone knows how much damage he's done to our country. All we have to do is look at our bank accounts and look at the state of our nation to see that it's true. It's not as though we have to search long and hard to find evidence that shows the devastation, the political devastation, the economic devastation, the moral devastation that Justin Trudeau's caused. We just have to look outside. We just have to go to the grocery store. We just have to search up online housing prices in our area, or how many homes are for rent, or how many homes are for sale, to see just how brutal the consequences of this Liberal government have been. Awful. So, if Justin Trudeau really hears us, then he knows the overwhelming majority of Canadians right now detest his reign. They are sick and tired of his Ahab-like rule, and they want a change. So he can hear it. Is he going to act on it? Oh, we'll see. Right now, it doesn't look so good.
These are not easy times, and it's clear that I and my entire Liberal team have much more work to do.
Yeah, again, so believe it or not, that's accurate. Trudeau always lies. In this case, he's not lying. In a state of irony, in a blast of irony, wouldn't you know it, he's not lying, because he does have a lot more work to do, according to him. It's just that his work isn't righteous. I and my team have a lot more work to do. That's what Trudeau says, and it's because Trudeau's work is destroying Canada. That's his work. That's his job. Brutalize it. Destroy it. Annihilate it. Crush it into a fine powder and dust, so that whatever egotistical, maniacal, evil, Orwellian institution or organization or political power, whatever it might be, can conquer this nation without so much as a hint of resistance. That's the purpose of Trudeau. Utterly annihilate Canada. Tear it down from everything it once was and could be, and turn it into something which it's not supposed to be. That's what his work is. Does he have much more work to do, therefore? Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. It could get, under his rule, so much worse for Canadians. We think we have it bad now. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait until the fullness of his WEF, UN, WHO policies and design and desire comes into full effect. We think we've seen it now. Oh, we haven't. We haven't even seen a little bit of it. We've just had a taste, the smallest taste, about this evil.
To deliver tangible, real progress that Canadians across the country can see and feel.
Oh, we're feeling it. We're feeling it. Our bank accounts are feeling it. A family of four struggling to feed their children, or two parents struggling to feed their children, they're feeling it. Seniors in the old folks' home, they're feeling it. Young Canadians trying to find a job, they're feeling it. Everyone is feeling it. We are feeling the effects of Justin Trudeau's government and of his leadership and of his reign, and it's not good. It doesn't feel good. It feels bad. It feels like a crushing, hopeless despair, breaking our ribs, sitting on our lungs, not allowing us to breathe, as Trudeau further and further marches into awful territory.
Stop working and fighting to make sure that people have what they need to get through these tough times. My focus is on your success, and that's where it's going to stay.
Oh, it certainly is. Again, his focus is on our success. It's just that He doesn't want us to succeed. So he's looking at Canadians' level of success and he says, it's too high. It's far too high. We need to drag it down lower. We have to completely annihilate any success that Canadians might have so that they have no choice but to come to us for provision, thereby increasing our own power. That is the goal of Trudeau. He goes, we look at the success of Canadians and they're being too successful. That's why, for example, we're implementing a higher capital gains tax because certain Canadians are too successful. So we should punish them for that. That's the ideology of Trudeau. That's what he does. That's his job. He does not want Canadians to succeed as Canadians can succeed because if they are doing so, they don't need the help of the federal government. They don't need the assistance of the federal government, and therefore we don't need to see government be as inflamed and moved up, as inflamed and overwhelmed or overwhelming as it is. It isn't required if people are succeeding. If they're not succeeding, then it's so much easier for Trudeau and his massive government to say, you need us. We need to get larger because of it. There is so much for us to do in this economy and in this country because obviously you as Canadians aren't able to make a go of it on your own. You're going to have to come to us, and you have to come to us now for a food stamp, for a handout, for help with mortgage payments, whatever it might be. Without us, you'd be lost. You'd be drowning broke. You'd be suffocating broke. Thank goodness for the federal government. Here, increase our size, increase our size. That is the strategy of Trudeau.
Avant de conclure, je veux dire quelques mots sur l'élection partielle de hier soir. Tout d'abord, je veux remercier tous les bénévoles pour réaliser des projets tangibles. Good morning, everyone.
So that's the end of Trudeau's speech. I didn't hear a resignation. I don't think there are questions either. No resignation from Justin Trudeau, which is not surprising. Totally unsurprising. What? Did we expect him to lay down his power willingly? Yeah? Like so many in his lot are able to do and have done in the past. We thought Trudeau, or we thought Trudeau might be like Washington. And Trudeau would say, I'm worried that power will corrupt me. Here, take it away from me. Take it back. I don't want it anymore. Yeah? No one thought that. No one believed that. Not for a second. Not when you think about just how evil Trudeau is and just how he desires and craves power like a wolf craves food, meat. That is what Trudeau believes his purpose on earth is, to rule, to be in the position of power. So, will he resign willingly? Absolutely not. Not as history shows. Those sorts of tyrants, those dictators, those brutal leaders, those awful leaders never resign on their own. They don't lay down their power willingly. On the opposite, Manasseh, King Ahab, look at all of these other wicked kings throughout history. None of them said, I don't want it anymore. Give it to someone else who's more deserving of it than I. No, it's the opposite. The longer they rule, the more they want power. And the more they want power, the more desperate they are to keep it. And the more desperate they are to keep it, the deeper and the darker the lengths that they'll go to ensure they remain on the throne.